Originally, this was a rumor, so I wanted to talk about this when it was still a rumor, and now it's no longer a rumor because it turns out to be true. Sony is getting rid of the PlayStation Store for the PS3, the Vita, and the PSP. So, what are your thoughts on whether something like that is necessary and how it would affect people? Randy.
Personally, I don't care much for it, but it does kind of suck because at that point, if you can't buy a game digitally for those systems anymore, you're gonna have to get it physically. And if you're gonna need to get it physically only, those prices are gonna go fucking up.
They become
Because
collectors.
yeah, at that point, because like, what is it? I wanted to play Metal Gear for. I don't know if you could play the PS3 disc on the PS4, but I wanted to play Metal Gear 4, and
The
there's like a digital.
the oh, PS4. Sorry, no. I don't know. Go ahead.
But what is it? They were saying how like it's you could only purchase it for disc and whatnot, and I can't seem to find it, and it's disheartening. But I know that I have it. But if I had to download it, and like now that if I had download on PS3, and now that it's going to be taken down, now that I can't, how much is it going to go for? Because
Yeah.
remember how like the PS4 had the Metal Gear Solid bundle as like a launch thing?
Yeah.
That's the one that we have.
Hmm.
So if you want one like that, it's going to be pretty expensive. Even if it's not like the PS3 included, just the title itself is already going to be really fucking expensive.
Yeah, that's true. One of the things that I kind of am worried about, and I'll let you guys get your piece into it, but I was going to add also, what worries me is there is no fuck. What's the term? We're trying to conserve gaming history for that matter, and the fact that they're getting rid of these stores kind of puts pressure on that as well. Like we're losing these games if we can't find the hard copy, then they're just lost, and a lot of people are missing out on these great games that we can't play anymore. So, Kevin, what do you think on everything that Randy said? I said.
Um, I agree, and it's very disheartening because for me the PS3 was one of my favorite. PS3 and the Xbox 360 had like very vast games for me, and I know it's one of those things that it's like it was bound to happen because when PlayStation does that so often, like they will cancel the systems. I mean the I would say the online services for like systems in from time to time, but I don't know. I just hope that they do the like transfer some games over or try to do like the same thing like on like let's say for the P5 they let you play certain P3 games and like make it more I would say vast than they had for the P4 because I didn't feel like you could play any P2 3 games on it. It was so limited. Um but yeah, it sucks and I don't know. It's one of those things that's like it's what can you really do about it? It's everything happens for a reason, you know what I mean? Especially with that.
Mm.
Danny.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
So, like with them removing the PlayStation Store for the PS3, Vita, PSP, obviously you can't buy those games digitally anymore. So they're harder
Yeah.
to get access to unless you buy, like Randy said, you buy a hard copy, which they don't have an infinite amount of those either. So, what are your thoughts on people basically missing out on history, retro gaming
Um,
in general?
I think there'll always be emulators. I mean, there's
But
always going to
emulators
be
are
somebody who.
illegal. Emulators are illegal though, so that's a touchy
But then it's.
subject. So,
So I'm just gonna get rid of mine right now.
But that didn't stop. But that didn't stop. I mean, yeah, it might be illegal, but it doesn't stop other
of course,
people from making. Well, and at the end of the day, that they're gonna end up putting them all out on something, whether it be the the mini Nintendo thing that we have, or the mini PlayStation thing we have, or the mini whatever it is. They're all gonna. That's why they're being taken off these things because they're gonna make a mini
you
version
think
of
they're
it
gonna
to
benefit
try
from
to
it in
sell
the
it.
future? Okay.
Yeah, and
A
they just
mini
want to sell you
PlayStation
on
3.
that. Yeah, and you're gonna have that mini PlayStation 3, or they're gonna have them eventually to download back on the PS19 or whatever the hell it's gonna be as their retro week.
Not
Make you pay another $20 or whatever it is for a game that you want it because they're gonna remaster it. because that is the
Mm.
big thing they do. And if
So
it's worth remastering, then it's probably worth playing.
it
And if it's not worth remastering, then you have it on the emulator.
so with that and with that what you're saying, my question is
Bootleg is key.
it'll eventually you're saying it'll eventually come out. So you're telling me like would any of you guys wouldn't be bothered by the fact that like let's say I want to play the first Metal Gear game and now I can't do it anymore. So now I have to wait until Sony decides on re-releasing the game or remastering it or whatever. Like, does that bother anybody? Like, is like the access to the game is cut off until Sony says otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Disney did it.
Yeah, they
Oh
did.
my
That's,
god.
that's true.
Yeah.
Like Disney's Vault. Disney Vault made a lot of money because that was, I mean, the channel became huge because the Vault was there. You know, you couldn't watch Peter Pan, you couldn't buy Peter Pan unless they released it. And for that small period window, they released, you know, main copies, whatever it is. But once it was gone, that's it. Back in the vault. Same
Yeah.
thing can happen with this. You never know. And it's a smart move. I mean, why not capitalize on something you know they're going to want? Hide it for a little bit, then bring it back out. Make money.
Kevin, you were gonna say something about that,
Uh, shit, I
or
forgot.
something before?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say that. For me, the PS3 has like a lot of games that I didn't play. Like I haven't played since childhood. Like Legends of Dragoon. I haven't played that game since I was like maybe like 8 or 9.
I love that game
So
so
like,
much.
Me too.
me not having the access to like purchase the game. I mean, I've purchased it already, but I'm saying like, let's say for if my PS3 breaks or something and I have to re-download it, like the ability for me to get the game again would be even harder because then I'll have to get a P1, then track the game down, and then deal with the like outrageous price for it and the price for all the discs as well. So it's gonna be hard, but I don't think that they're gonna do what Danny said that they're gonna re-release it. It's good. They're gonna be again selective with the games that they re-release. Xbox, I was waiting for them to release Grabbing by the Ghoulies. They released it in like a pack, and I was in love with that. I was like, oh, okay, they actually thought about us. But PlayStation, not so much, you know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna release every game or like make it like the PlayStation now that they release a bunch of games for it. But who knows? You know, I want to be optimistic, but I'm gonna just be a skeptic for now.
But like you said, even Legend of Dragoon, what do we play it on, Danny? The
PlayStation 1.
emulator. I know. I'm talking about. We played it recently, didn't we?
Oh, we had a hacked PlayStation 1 classic somewhere.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my point. Is that they're always going to be a classic in an emulator.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some way to have it. These games aren't disappearing. The code is not disappearing. The code's not automatically vanished, gone from nowhere. They're going to be out there if you wanted to play it. If you are a hardcore gamer who is willing to play an older game like that to begin with, you have the ability to do so, and you will. You know, you're going to have the know-how. It's no other person's going to want to play that game.
Randy,
If
Randy,
the young kid is gonna go, let me show you Legend. Like my kids, I'm showing Legend Dragoon. Look at me, I'm stupid. Why you like this blocky game? You know, that's why I'm using
yeah,
it to
it
Final
looks bad.
Fantasy, to Kingdom Hearts.
Sorry,
Randy,
what was that word?
you're quiet. You're quiet there.
Me? Oh, I'm also like hunting as we speak.
You're hunting.
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking can't put this shit down. Um, I don't know. It's at some point they probably will like release everything because it seems like I don't know. It's hard to tell what the hell they're gonna do. Um,
They could just keep it to themselves and lock it up forever, or they could do what
yeah,
Danny's saying and they'll probably do it the Disney style.
the Disney way, yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is that like scalpers are definitely gonna be there. Personally, like the PlayStation 3 wasn't like that big of a console for me, so I don't really feel affected by this honestly. The only thing that I did use it for was to play PS2 games on it.
Mm.
That was really about it.
Yeah, PlayStation 3 also is a console that bombed. I mean,
I
they know
wouldn't
they
say
did.
it bombed, but it was just like it wasn't their strongest. They were definitely
Yeah,
overshadowed by the 360, at least
Xbox.
in my opinion.
It
Yeah,
picked up
exactly.
towards the end of its
360.
life.
Which is bad.
And
Yeah.
I had one towards the end, and it was funny because I wasn't even planning. I was never planning on getting a PS4. I had the Xbox. I love the 360. I loved it. I was playing that. It was my media player. It was everything. My wife got it for my birthday or Valentine. I don't know. It was like a random gift.
Yeah.
I swear. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll play it. And then I'm going, shit, I love the PS4. What happened? And it's because the PS3 was such a downfall for me anyway, where there was nothing. It was just PS2 Pro.
Mm.
Yeah, I brought it back. See, like that.
A callback, right?
Mm.
There you go.